Hello everyone, it is KIM, normally in the SAV, which would be Savannah, Georgia. But tonight, this is my last night in the BAH, which is the Bahamas, in case you did not know. Guys, I am here at the Top Retailers Retreat for my company, my home-based business that I love so very much because it affords me the opportunity to basically get paid for becoming a better person on the inside and out. And guys, I was just speaking with one of my team members and she said, I saw you at Atlantis. I saw all of the wonderful pictures. I'm so happy for you. And this is a woman who knew me in my first company, a company where I had no rank, no money, no team, no sales. So for her to see the growth, and I'm going to tell you, hey, Bernard, I'm going to tell you right now that the years fly by. But for her to see the growth from me being in that first company, and I really hope y'all can hear me because it's Latin night behind me. I have my headset in, so hopefully you can. But for her to see me grow from where I was in that first company a few years ago to where I am now, and to be on this all-inclusive, all expenses paid trip by my wonderful company leader and the whole entire corporate staff, she was just blown away. But when she typed a message to me, she said, Kim, you deserve it because you work so hard. And I thanked her for the congratulations, but I had to correct her. I said, you know what? When I think about it, I actually didn't work so hard. And guys, that's really the truth. I want to tell you right now that network marketing gets a bad rap because a lot of people put a lot of effort into it and they oftentimes don't see the results. Why is that? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that it's a hard thing to do. Conversely, it's also not that it's an easy thing to do. However, it's a very simple thing. What do I mean by that? Because a lot of people confuse easy and simple. Well, one of the main things that helped me win this trip, guys, was me being consistent, okay? We had to acquire at least 30 customers in the month of December, 30 new customers in the month of December, and we sell a product that helps people lose weight. Well, December, right after Thanksgiving, right? And definitely the holiday season, people are thinking about gaining weight. They're thinking about eating and you know, food is comfort for many families when they come together. So people don't start thinking about losing weight until after the first of the year. So the fact that this contest was at one of our most difficult seasons, definitely that was not an easy thing to do. But here is why it was simple, guys. The reason why it was so simple is because all I had to do pretty much was be consistent. Be consistent doing what, Kim? Well, for one, I had to use the products I was trying to tell other people they're supposed to be using, okay? One thing that I notice a lot of people do is they try to sell you on something that they haven't sold themselves on yet. That makes no sense. And even if you don't tell anyone, let me tell you this right now. People are so much smarter than you think. They can smell the inauthenticity on you. They can see it on you. They can feel it from you. So you have to be a product of your own product first before you try to get someone else to be a product of it. Because there's going to be an internal civil war going on within yourself. And it's going to be hard for you to convey trust and conviction in something to someone that you don't yet have because you haven't experienced it yourself, or you're not experiencing it continually. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to be consistent in how you show up. The second thing you have to do is you have to be consistent. And consistency, again, it's a simple concept. Basically, it's doing the same thing over and over again. Very simple concept. Is it easy? No. So one of the things I had to do in being consistent is I had to not only use the products, but I had to share my experience over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. I had to share not only my experience, but also my friend's experience. Well, it did this for me, but it didn't do that for her. It did this for me, but here is what he said. I had to do that over and over and over and over again, tell the same story over and over and over and over and again. And I know that people have a short attention span, so they get tired of saying the same thing over and over again, and they think people get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. But let me tell you something. When you are consistent, that is what builds trust between you and your prospect to help you convert them into a client. So you've got to consistently use the products, and then you've got to consistently show up and share your experience about the products. Now, the next thing you have to do is, once the transaction is completed and the person has bought into you, so therefore they've bought into the product or the system or service, now you've got to be consistent in offering them the support afterwards. If they call you, call them back. If they message you, message them back. Yes, I'm in the beautiful Bahamas. I know you hear the music behind me. You see this beautiful background. But my customers, let me tell y'all something. I may not be able to call them, but I got on this Wi-Fi, baby. Oh, yes, I did. And my customers who have messaged me, I have messaged them back. Just because I am in the Bahamas, it does not mean my business stops. I don't want the money to stop. I've made sales since I've been here. So guess what? I still have to give the support. And it's really just a few text messages. If you know what you're doing, you should have things kind of streamlined so that your responses, because let's face it, most people have the same questions anyway. So your responses should be right on the tip of your tongue, or someplace where you can copy and paste them. Or if you're really smart, you should have recorded a video response that you can say, hey, that's a great question. I get it all the time. So much so that I recorded a video to answer your concern. Here you go. And then that's it. It's really, again, not so easy, but very simple. And it's going to be only as simple as you make it. But guys, I promise y'all, winning this trip to me is so unbelievable how it was done. I didn't tell any of my clients that there was a contest going on. I didn't want anybody to feel emotionally blackmailed into helping me win a contest. I just wanted to simply help people to get their better body on the inside and the out. And because I did a good job of servicing my clients, some of them gave me referrals, some of them did repeat orders. It was just a wonderful thing to do this at the hardest time during the year for people in the health and wellness field, but also to do it from the comfort of my home. I won this contest from the comfort of my home, and now I'm still working my business from the comfort of the beautiful Bahamas. This is the stuff that I heard about years ago, and I was sitting in the audience thinking, yeah, right. And guys, now I'm actually living it. I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm telling y'all, I've worked so much harder in my first company, and I got nowhere. Not because that company was bad or because the products didn't work, because that company was great and I loved the products. I still think the products are great. But the reason why I worked so much harder in that company, guys, is because I was starting from so much further back. I was starting from decades of being in corporate and having a corporate employee mindset. I was starting from a place where it was wrong to be wrong, and I didn't want to admit my faults. I didn't want to admit that I was not always showing up as the best version of myself. I didn't want to admit that I was not always honoring my word. I didn't want to admit that I was not always coming from a place of complete service to the other person. I didn't want to admit that I was more so thinking about the money than the mission. So as long as I continue to deny those parts of myself that I needed to correct, that I needed to resolve, then, who is this? Oh, okay. I'm getting messages, guys, sorry. But as long as I continue to deny and negate those parts of myself that I needed to revise and correct, that was the hard part, guys. Once I started admitting, hey, Kim, you need to tighten up in this area, and that really was foul of you. You need to go back to that person and apologize, or you need to make this right. Once I started doing those very simple things, everything started to come into alignment, and things got so much easier. So winning this contest things got so much easier because they did in that respect, but the better word is simple. Winning this contest was simple, not because the actual logistics of it were easy, but because it was simple in the sense that the concept is simple. As long as you get out of your own way, then you're going to see, and this is one of the few professions where the more you do it, the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about other people, the more money you get paid. On my job, I don't care how good I was at converting students to matriculate into the college. I don't care how good I was at filling out the paperwork. My income was always capped. It really was, okay? So I had a ceiling that was always keeping me at a certain level. But in this profession right here, the more I am committed to developing the skills and staying consistent at utilizing them, then there's no threshold, there's no ceiling to cap me on what it is I can earn, because I have the power of leverage, I have the power of the internet, I have the power of so many different things that it just blows my mind that it took me this long to actually utilize this terrific vehicle. So again, guys, it's not hard, but it is simple, and it's only going to be as simple as you make it. Now, if you want to know more about what I do and see if it is a good fit for you, then you need to reach out to me, okay? My phone number is 6788-617711. I would love for you to be with me at next year's Retailers Retreat, wherever it may be. It's always in a different location because we keep it spicy, we keep it saucy, right? But yeah, you can reach out to me that way, or also find me on Facebook. All of my information will be below, but reach out to me quickly because time is so very important. As I said, the time is going to pass anyway, so why not start today? All right, and if you're watching on YouTube, guys, I want you to hit that big red subscribe button and also the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Bye, y'all, from the Bahamas.